you help people do real estate wholesaling deals. And you know, this really helps solve a substantial problem for you if you're always looking for the 20% down payment for your next turnkey real estate deal or apartment deal and you wonder where that's going to come from. So Khang, just tell us, what is real estate wholesaling? Well, hello, Get Rich Education Nation. It's Keith Weinhold here again. I'm with Khang Lee here in San Diego. Khang Lee owns Wholesale To Millions. You help people do real estate wholesaling deals. And you know, this really helps solve a substantial problem for you if you're always looking for the 20% down payment for your next turnkey real estate deal or apartment deal and you wonder where that's going to come from. So Khang, just tell us, what is real estate wholesaling?
Absolutely, and Keith, I want to say thank you so much for having on, and I hope your audience will enjoy this. So what wholesaling is, you guys, is when you hear people say about, you know, no money down, you don't need good credit to get into real estate to start making money. So what wholesaling is that you're basically finding people that are not wanting to sell but needing to sell their property. And what I mean by that is when they need to sell, it's like they're in a situation where they are willing and needing to sell the property at a discounted price. And your job is to go out there and find these motivated seller. That's what they call them, is motivated seller, which means they're in a situation, for example, it could be a divorce, it could be maybe they inherit a property, maybe they're a tired landlord, you know, they're having a piece of property where the renter just trashing it, and they just, you know, and there's multiple other reasons why people would sell to you at a discounted price. Now, you don't actually buy the property. What you are doing is that once you get a hold of these sellers, what you do is now you got to talk and negotiate with them to get that property locked under contract at a discounted price. And there is a formula that we use in our wholesaling world to lock these property up under contract under a discount. But once you lock these property up under contract, that contract gives you the rights to either buy the property or assign the property. And what you do is once you get control of that contract, now that contract gives you equitable interest in the property. Like I said, that means it gives you the right to either buy it or to assign it. And this is all legal, you guys. This is legal. This is done through a title company or an attorney. It's in every state all around the US, all right? And now what you do is once you have that property up in a contract, let's say the property's worth, like after it's all fixed up nicely, ready to go,
yeah,
it's worth $100,000, and you're able to go in, talk to the seller, negotiate it. For example, got under contract for $50,000. So now what you do is you got under contract at a certain discount, and what you do is now you go out and you find a cash buyer, so these transactions has to be done by cash. There's ways to find these cash buyers. So what you do is you go find these cash buyer, and now you market it for more than what you got under contract for. You're not marketing the property, you're marketing the contract. So if I lock it up on a contract for $50,000, let's just say Keith is a fix and flipper, or he could be someone looking to buy a property at a discount, fix it up and keep it as a long-term rental, right? So I'll go and somehow I got in contact with Keith, and I said, hey Keith, here's a piece of property here that you can come in and buy for example, $60,000.
So basically you're flipping property without having to do a rehab. Effectively, you're flipping it on paper for a profit. And what's the average profitability on a wholesale deal?
So our wholesale deal right now range around between $25,000 to $30,000 per wholesale deal. And you guys, so Keith, we don't actually buy these property. All we do is we lock it up in a contract. We find another buyer that's going to come in and take our positions to move forward to buy the property, and we just assign it over for a profit.
Well, great. Well, Khang has done a number of these deals successfully. He's not someone that just talks the talk, he walks the walk. Khang, if our audience wants to learn more, how can they learn more about you?
Yeah, so if you guys want to learn more about wholesaling and how to make how to make money in wholesaling, and maybe 2019 might be the business gig that you want to get into, check me out on YouTube. Go to Wholesale To Millions, wholesale and then TO 2 millions, and you should be able to find me on there.
If you're interested in real estate, but you don't have the down payment that you want for your buy and hold property, real estate wholesaling might be the answer for you. Khang Lee, thanks so much for stopping by.
Keith, thank you, man. Appreciate it.